All right, what's that? All right. I'm living and I'm learning, man. I hope you're doing the same. We got to learn, man. We got to learn from our mistakes, not be repeating them. You know, speaking of, as I'm on my channel, I'm learning some things, you know, so I'm going to shift some stuff over, you know, as I've already been planning on doing. I just was saying that I was going to put everything on this channel, on the G Uno channel, but I see that might not be the best thing. You know, I am me, and I'm going to leave some of it up and some of it, you know, but I'm going to start to pinpoint it a little bit better, you know, narrow it down a little bit more. But the thing is, to go, you know, man, look, who don't like likes and views and all that shit? You know, of course, things that look like you're big or whatever, you know, it makes you feel good, obviously, you know, and it has an impression to other people. It looks a way, right? If you're worried about stuff like that, man, me personally, I ain't gonna lie, like, I like, you know, whatever. I like small things. I like things that are big too. What I'm saying, what I mean. Say like rappers, singers, whatever. I of course I like people that's well known. Fuck, I like Whitney Houston. I like Michael Jackson. I like Prince. You know what I'm saying? And whoever. But you know, I like people I like Jay-Z when barely anybody knew him. You know, like I really, you know, I mean, I'm sure his shit is just as good. I listen to a few songs, but I really don't listen to it like I listened to it back in the day when I feel I could more relate to it. That may or may not be true. That's my impression. And talking about relate, that's where my mind was at that time. That's where my head space was at that time. I'm gonna say, not necessarily with Jay-Z's music, but you know, fuck, I was a little lost. I got a little confused up in the mix, the music, you know. It is what it is. Just like today, I'm sure some people are, you know. Like, I don't really listen to too much of that shit. Ain't no danger of that. Like, we had garbage people and periods of garbage, even that Rapper Duke shit. As classic a jam as that is, man, nobody don't listen to that shit. Ain't nobody throwing that shit on, to my knowledge, at no fucking party or nothing. Only in the time, man. It was that shit like the Howard Duck song. It just was a novelty. That shit ain't, you know, like, they had a lot of shit like that. Shit was whack, but it was a novelty, so it was a hit. Like, you know, they had whack people back in the day. Plenty of them. I can't name them all. There was whack. And there was a lot of good music. And today, to me, it seemed like the majority is whack and there's a little good music. It is what it is. I think they're trying to be too different. Plus, it's selling your soul. You giving the industry what they want. So to give them what they want, you gotta make bullshit. It's like bounce music in New Orleans, you know? I don't know what it is now. I ain't in New Orleans right now, you know? But when I was, bounce was king, you know? If you wanted to rap in New Orleans, the preferred way to get out would be to bounce. If you was just rapping, nobody wasn't really trying to hear that. There's, you know, bust down. There's a few people now, but very few. Majority of people was bounce rappers. And to me, I mean, it's dance music. It's shit for chicks to pussy pop, twerk, whatever y'all want to call it. And I think, I mean, who want to claim that? I think we think that shit started in New Orleans, but that's my impression of it. They was doing it in New Orleans. That's where I was. I didn't really see them doing it nowhere else. They probably was doing, you know, I think it's something to do with something that's just in us, but it's perverted, like, you know, now it's in us. It's from Africa. I seen You know, some dude in Africa breakdancing, windmilling and cradling and shit. Like all that shit's in us. It's already there, you know. Saying that that's where it came from. Fighting styles, you know, all these things are really come from Africa. Or it's in our blood. It's in our DNA. Or we could tap into, it's in our DNA though, but we could tap into it and get it from wherever. Point is, man, I'm trying to do something positive, get to the bottom and just point shit out. And I just, it is some never ending story on and on and on till the break of dawn shit. Cause the solution ain't no solution. It is, but as long as black women, the ones that's doing it, keep denying that they're doing what they're doing and keep playing and just have this pattern of this shit, the hood is in shambles. It's been in shambles. We playing games. We playing like we don't, you know, like, it's some truths that I'm learning. I should already know. We all should already know, but they keep, it's contradictions. It's societal contradictions. It's preconceived notions. It's myths out here that keep perpetuate the myths. They keep it going. They keep it going, the lies. You know, like you think women are stronger than men mentally. More sexual discipline. They don't cheat as much. Like, you know, I guess they're just more iron. It's just sugar and spice and everything is nice, right? And we everything bad. So, like all that, mother's gotta be good. Motherly love. Mother instinct. All that's myths. You can have it or you can not have it. Plenty of them do not have it. Plenty of them, you think they have it because they pretend very well. They do not have it at all. The child don't receive it. It's a show. It's an act. You see it in public. It's not real. I think it's what's the percentage? Look at the hood. It'll tell you everything you need to know, huh? Look at the hood. Look at the state of the communities, wherever we at. But in particular, where we at in concentration, is the hood. That's the only black community we have in concentration, in numbers of us, is in the hood. Anywhere else, we scattered. It's like chocolate chip ice cream, maybe. Something like that. But, and also, man, I got a lot to say, you know, break this down. I'll be back. It's no money in solutions. Money is in problems. Money in keeping problems going. And it's profit. The more, you know, the more successful we are, the worse other people feel about themselves. You know, like your friends. The more, you know, friends don't, for some reason, unsuccessful friends, friends that's natural born haters, don't like to see you succeed. Well, frenemies, friends that never were friends, that you think are your friends. Oh, just like the white man. You know, imagine that. So they don't like it when you do well. They don't like it when you succeed. They will burn your shit down in numbers. They'll, you know, they got 1, 2, you know, and who knows? We'll find out at the end of the day how this shit turns out. How, you know, because there's some things that seem different. Some people that have reached levels of success. But I think there always were certain black people with certain levels of success. You know, high levels of success. There's always a few. They got entertainers. I don't know about the dudes. I guess there are dudes that I haven't heard of that I'm hearing about. But definitely women. Like there's Dorothy Dandridge. I heard about her I've heard about her for years now. You know, but there's others like her that just as beautiful and had their little time in the light, but it was before my time. I don't know nothing about it, you know. It came and it went. They weren't gonna let them only be, they're only gonna let so many black sex symbol women be, period. And I guess mostly if they got too big, whatever. You know, they're only gonna let that go so far. So, man, I'm getting all lost. But there's no profit in solving shit. The profit is in keeping it going. The profit is in food stamps and the look, and just making it look like that. You can't feel good about yourself the same if they just start getting their shit together as a whole. If the majority of black people just overnight start getting their shit together, just waking up, and we could do it overnight. This is the solution and the only solution as individuals, and perhaps a lot might follow. We can't save them all. We're not gonna save them all. Some of them ain't gonna make it. Ain't nothing you can do to make them make it. Save yourself. We start doing for self and lead by example, and start calling out bad behavior, whether it's a man or a woman, and holding people accountable. Then we can get some fucking way. Just the whole, but you know, men is held accountable too much. You know, too much maybe, you know, maybe, but they definitely held accountable. It is too much because child support is bullshit. Child support is fraud. Child support is bullshit. It should be definitely the last resort, but it's obviously the first resort. You know, because it causes so much confusion. It takes so much money away. Some people losing their whole check. You can't build nothing if you losing your whole check to provide for a child. You know, like it's just some crazy shit. You know, and you see what happened to old boy, to happen to Tyrese just now again. Hey man, we gotta learn. We got to learn. I don't think I'm getting married ever again. I've been said it, but like, man, you marrying a woman that want to end up having a kid with you. Like I said, you getting used and use you up for what, them 3 years, changing them diapers and doing this and doing that and trying to be the dad, bringing them to the doctor's appointment, going above and beyond, and all the while, motherfucker, they running a long kind on your ass. They got a 3-year, 4-year plan. And get the divorce, get the bag, have the baby. That's a constant source of income. From a rich motherfucker, I ain't never got to work again. You know, well, for a long ass time anyway. I'll get another bag by then. I'll figure something out. Whatever, man. But that's what I got for right now. More later.